The recognition of Princess Masalanabo Modjadji as the reign queen has ruffled feathers in the Modjadji Royal House. Her uncle Modjadji, who was appointed regent following the passing of Queen Modjadji VI in 2005, is leading the charge on behalf of the family in having the Pretoria High Court review the president's decision to recognize Masalanabo as the successor to her mother. In court papers, he says her bringing away from the royal capital, which resulted in her not being educated on the authentic use of the Balobedu language, customs, and most importantly, the usage and secrets of the rain medicine, disqualifies her from being crowned the reign queen, a position she's been earmarked for since she was a little girl. Traditions and customs such as these, and what he says is a compulsory requirement of undergoing initiation rituals in the vicinity of the royal capital, are important in the appointment of the successor. The Traditional Leadership and Khoisan Act requires that the royal family identifies within 90 days a person who qualifies in terms of customary law to assume the throne when the need arises. Mpapatla says Masalanabo's brother Lekukela Modjadji meets these requirements and that the president should instead appoint him. But President Cyril Ramaphosa says this application is without merit and is an attempt to settle scores of protracted power struggles, particularly with Dr. Mathole Motshekga, who had the custody of Masalanabo from 2017 following her father's passing. In 2020, Mpapatla's attempts to obtain her custody failed after the Children's Court remitted the decision to Masalanabo, who was at the time 10 years old, to decide who she wanted to live with, and she chose the Motshekgas. A decision would be made the following year by the royal family to identify Lekukela as the heir. Ramaphosa says this legal bid is premised on the idea that there was a vacancy as required by the Act in 2021 when the family decided to identify Lekukela as their heir. This despite the fact that Masalanabo was identified both in 2005 following her mother's passing and again in 2015 when it emerged that she had been staying with her father in Kimberley. The president says the decision to identify her was taken with full knowledge that she hadn't stayed in the royal capital since 2005 and had not learned the traditions and customs. Moreover, she was a minor with no control over her removal. He has defended his recognition, saying the Act makes provision for the withdrawal of the identification, a law that the royal family does not invoke, but seek to rather use a procedurally irregular mechanism to disqualify her. The matter will be heard on a date yet to be determined. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Mnisi in Johannesburg.